Hey, it's Mara. I'm here with Russell and Jennifer. 38 Songwriters Festival has been having a great time. Thanks, you guys, for putting it together.
Absolutely.
Pleasure.
So, a lot of work went into the making. This is your third year. Can you tell us a little bit how this all started?
Well, I think the very beginning was Jennifer and some friends went to a Songwriters Festival in Alabama. There are dozens of songwriter festivals all over the country every year. They went to one in Alabama and were driving back and just thought, wow, we should do this on 38. It would be such a great place for one. And Jennifer's the director of the Cultural Arts Alliance, and they produce several arts festivals every year. So she got organized, set up a committee, and went to every resort on 38 and brought people into the fold, and they just devised a game plan. Kind of shooting from the hip, right?
Absolutely,
First year.
shooting from the hip.
Well, it seems like people in the community here at Beaches in South Walton, they're very excited
Absolutely.
for your responsibility in bringing great music to this area.
Well, not only that, I mean, music is something that it's universal, and it's bringing everyone together here, but it's also bringing all of the communities along 38 together for probably the first time ever for one event. And I think that's something that was remarkable for not just the people in the community, but for the audience to come and be able to experience multiple performances all up and down 38.
It seems that the artists are so excited to be here, as in it's work, but it's vacation also. Who is responsible for pairing some of the artists together? Like when we first got here, we saw, Sean Mullins together with Amy Ray, or Susanna Hoffs getting together with Matthew Sweet. This is something you're all running by them ahead of time, and this is encouraged here.
Yeah.
Well, in some instances, we actually do speak with artists and ask them if they would like to play with somebody, but most of the time we just make a decision. Okay, these four artists on one stage, we'll do something cool. Let's just set it up. And in some occasionally, they don't even know each other until they get on stage together.
Which is cool, because then the next year they come back and they want to play together.
Right.
Or a couple of them have even toured together after they've met here on 38. So
Right.
bringing them together that way.
You must love that when you hear something like that. Like they met here and suddenly this relationship is formed.
Right.
Do you feel at that point like, I've locked you in for next year? Is that when you start drawing up the contracts?
Yeah, we have no problem talking people into coming back
Right.
for a second year.
Right.
I mean, it sometimes there's an effort. Well, usually there's a lot of effort involved in talking someone into coming down here. It's a benefit, and they come down and perform for free. So we have to educate them on just how beautiful the area is, and how awesome the housing we're going to give them is going to be, and how many great artists they're going to rub shoulders with. And when they say yes, they don't regret it.
I don't see how anybody would regret it. Some really, really great artists this year. Jim Lauderdale, a great storyteller. We're in the process of setting up an interview with, of course, we want to talk to Jim and John Oates. And so did they know each other from the past, or they're just getting to know each other?
They know each other. I don't know how well they know each other, but actually, John played the first year, and I invited him back, and he said Hall & Oates was getting busy, and he didn't think he's going to be able to do it this year. And then I invited Jim, and he was confirmed as a headliner. Then I got a call from John like 2 weeks ago saying, our schedule's changed, I can come in, and I am going to write with Jim. We've been talking with each other about co-writing, so I was thinking I would come in, and if he could book me near him, we're going to stay up all night and write songs. And then Jim's flying to Europe, and John's going to Nashville. So they knew each other, but this is the first time they've written.
That is so cool, Russell and Jennifer, because you think the artists are really just getting so much together here at the Songwriters Festival that it's not just performances for the people who live here, the people who come down here. It really is like songwriting camp.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you another example. I managed Sean Mullins, and He has started writing with Max Gomez. He's a young artist in LA. Just starting out. I mean, he's super talented, but Sean asked if I could put Max in his house so they can spend the weekend writing, and they've written 4 or 5 new songs that Sean's starting to work on for his new record.
That's great.
So,
well, the question of the day is, if a song is written here, under your umbrella, I mean, I think maybe you two need to get the credit for it. Because, I mean, you are, in charge of things like this. You may want to think about that.
Is it in the artist contract?
Well, it's great to be here, and Dave FM is thrilled to be a part of it. Thanks both of you for inviting us and for putting on such great music.
Thank you.
And we look forward to all the great shows here this weekend. Thanks so much.
absolutely.
You should write that in the contract.